It's Thursday, and just as predicted, my first shipment of bees have come, U.S. Postal Service. So let me show you how bees come when they come in the mail. Open this up. We have a mesh bag. Now, the crown bees folks, before they ship these, they incubate these 2 to 3 weeks, warm temperature, about 84 degrees, to get the development started. These bees are their larvae over the winter, and they develop into the bee that we know now just as the temperature gets warm, right before they come out. So I'm going to lay this down on a piece of paper so you can see a little bit better. A few bees have come out, a few have emerged. You can see them crawling around in the bag. Most of them haven't yet, but generally they're going to, once a few have come out, they're going to be timed to come out together. So we see a few crawling around here, and you won't be able to see here, but I'll get some other pictures to show you later. These have green eyes. These are the boys, the males, which tend to emerge first before the females. Now, if we left these alone long enough in the bag, they would actually chew through it, because as leaf cutters, they have the ability to chew through things. But the bag is a good short-term containment. They tell you that you can put them in the refrigerator for 10 minutes to calm them down before you release them, but the truth of the matter is they don't really sting. And they don't really sting because they're not hive bees. So the honeybee, when we think about bees, people think about honeybees. They think about honey, they think about hives, they think about stinging. And that's what a hive bee does, because most of them are workers and they're protecting the hive. These are solitary bees. They don't have a hive to protect. The female, she works alone. She's the one that she gathers the food, she lays the larvae, she creates the cocoons. She doesn't have any energy left for defense. If there's a threat that comes along, she's just going to leave, because if she tried to fight you and she died, then the cocoons aren't going to survive anyway, so it's not really in her best interest to do that. So while they can sting, they generally don't sting. They're very gentle bees. I have never been stung by one of these, so I can't tell you how much it hurts or doesn't hurt, but I'm told it's much less painful than a regular honeybee. So this is true of most solitary bees. They're much more gentle than what we think of as the honeybee or the hive bee. Some of you might be familiar with carpenter bees. They look like very, very big bumblebees. The same thing is true. They're known as the gentle giants of the bee kingdom. So back to our leafcutter bees. Since a few have emerged, I'm going to set these out into our nesting box and open up the bag, and hopefully in the next day or 2 or 3, the rest of these are going to emerge as well. After they emerge, they will mate, and then that's about the usefulness for the male, but the female will then continue to gather food and build cocoons and lay larvae, and that process may be 2 or 3 weeks. And because I love to watch the bees on the flowers so much, I'll get some shipments throughout the summer, and I also have my own incubating from last year, which are still in a warm place and they haven't started to emerge yet, so that I'll have some bees throughout the whole summer. They like to fly when it's really hot. When in the middle of the day, when we want to go inside and have a glass of lemonade, they're out working on the flowers. So I'm going to take these over now and put them in the nesting box, and let's go over and see what that looks like.